So Duke Tobin just said the Bengals are all in.
So the question's on whether we're all in or not. I've been doing this a long time. I've never not been all in. We are all in. We are trying to get the best team possible with the resources we have.
He said apparently they've always been all in. But here's the problem. In the modern NFL, all in isn't just a mindset. It's a measurable roster building strategy. And if you're truly all in, it's going to show up on your cap sheet, your trade history, and your willingness to take risk. So today, we're not debating effort, Duke. We're not debating belief. We're measuring behavior. And the question is simple. Are the Cincinnati Bengals actually operating like an all-in franchise? Or are they operating like a sustainably competitive one? If you can even call it that, because those are not the same thing. Here's our thesis. In today's NFL, being all in is measurable. And when you compare the Bengals' most recent behavior to the league's most aggressive contenders, Cincinnati is operated sustainably, not aggressively. I mean, that doesn't mean wrong, just means different. So let's break it down. Your first signal, cap aggression. If you're going to be all in, the first place it's going to show up is your salary cap. All in teams borrow from tomorrow in order to win today. They restructure contracts. They convert salary into signing bonuses. They add void years. They tolerate dead money. They sacrifice future flexibility in order to maximize the present roster ceiling. Just look at the Philadelphia Eagles, the Los Angeles Rams, the Kansas City Chiefs. These teams restructure core contracts almost annually. They push cap hits forward. They accept future dead money as the cost of competing right now. Now compare that to Cincinnati. The Bengals have essentially done 5 restructures. None of them significant, really, unless you want to count the Joe Mixon one as significant. Their dead money ranking over that stretch has been 32nd in 2023, 32nd in 2024, and 30th in 2025. They rolled over approximately 10.7, 6.1, and 10.5 in the last 3 respective seasons. That doesn't signal to me like an all-in team. All-in teams don't protect flexibility. They weaponize it. The Bengals have just largely preserved it, and that's the first measurable difference. Now our second signal, trade aggression. Draft picks are essentially currency. All-in teams spend currency. The San Francisco 49ers traded premium draft capital for Christian McCaffrey. The Miami Dolphins did the same thing with Tyreek Hill. Aggressive franchises prioritize certainty over projection. They're willing to sacrifice future draft capital for proven production. So ask yourself this. When was the last time Cincinnati traded a day 1 or 2 pick for a win-now player? Over the past 3 seasons, the Bengals have traded 0 premium picks for veteran acquisitions. And at the deadline, they've made 0 impact additions to this team. That's not aggressive spending of capital. That's a draft and develop philosophy. Again, not wrong. In the Bengals case, some would say wrong, but that's just not all in. All in's proactive. All in spends. All in takes calculated swings. Cincinnati has largely just chosen patience. Now for the third signal, core retention and cash spending. If you're all in, you eliminate distractions. You secure your prime. Aggressive teams extend stars early. They front-load guarantees. They remove uncertainty from the locker room. Over the last 3 seasons, the Bengals' cash spending rank has been 19th. Yes, they did extend Jamar Chase. They did extend T. Higgins. Sure, that matters. But the structure, timing, and aggressiveness of those deals tell a deeper story. Were they early extensions or just reactive? And based on how things were handled, the holdouts, we're going to go with reactive. Have they aggressively restructured to create flexibility around them? Or do they just maintain a conservative cap position? You just can't say all in while ranking in the bottom half of the league in cash spending. All in is urgent. Sustainable is patient. Those are 2 completely different philosophies. Now for our fourth signal, window maximization. The most important asset in football is a franchise quarterback, and quarterback windows do not stay open forever. And the AFC is still staying competitive. The Kansas City Chiefs still have Patrick Mahomes, the Bills still have Josh Allen, and the Ravens still have Lamar Jackson. And with some of these younger quarterbacks showing out, aka Drake May in this year's past Super Bowl, the AFC is going to be more competitive than ever next season. Are the Bengals matching that urgency? All in isn't relative to your own comfort. It's relative to your competition. If the conference is escalating and you're standing still financially, you're just not all in. You're just stable. So here's the final thoughts on Duke's all-in comments. They're just simply not operating as an all-in aggressive franchise. I mean, that doesn't mean they can't win. It just means they're choosing stability over volatility. Until we see premium draft capital move for proven players, or we see aggressive restructures of core contracts in order to elevate the present roster ceiling. And until we see a clear willingness to push dead money forward in pursuit of an immediate advantage, all in just remains rhetoric, which we've seen a lot of lately. Simply not strategy. And that's the distinction. So what do you guys think? Is this the year that we start to see some aggressive moves? I sure hope so, because that window that we talked about, it's getting awfully smaller with every passing season. Appreciate you guys tuning into this episode. If you like the content, subscribe. Be plenty more where that came from. And as always, Hooday.
In the dead of the night, I have these dreams. What'll happen to me? Will I burn out?